Apple, I hate you. What's up guys, I'm Benji from Benobi Tech and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about the new Apple event, the Apple event that just took place a couple of hours ago. If all goes well, it was a couple of hours ago. If all goes bad, then it was yesterday. Apple announced a couple of cool new products at this event, and maybe you don't want to sit through the whole 2-hour keynote, or maybe the Apple event in like 100 seconds or something video Apple posted wasn't enough. Well, here's a full recap of the event. Let's get into it. So Apple kicked off the event by talking about the Apple Watch Series 4 with a couple of cool new features. So now these screens are bigger and it comes in two new screen sizes. It comes in 40mm and 44mm. They are still the same exact size as its predecessor, but the screen is now larger and it fills up more of the Apple Watch. It is also thinner, it has a new heart rate monitor, and a bunch of other new features like a new processor. It also has a new watch face that has a bunch of complications. It comes in 3 different colors. It comes in gold, space gray, and silver, and is available in both stainless steel and aluminum in those 3 colors. They still sell GPS and cellular models, and the GPS models start at $399 and the cellular models start at $499. So they are a little bit pricey, but I'm pretty sure they're worth it because there's a lot of cool new stuff with this Apple Watch. Pre-orders start this Friday on September 14th, and they will ship and be available in stores on September 21st. I will be making a more in-depth video on the Apple Watch Series 4, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed with your notifications turned on so then you don't miss that video. Apple also reduced the price of the Apple Watch Series 3. It's now starting at $279 for the GPS model and $379 for the cellular models. And those are available now to order, and they will be available in stores in the next couple days. So yeah, that's it for the Apple Watch. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. iPhones. The iPhone XS and the iPhone XS Max. XS Max, not Plus. Apple, what the heck are you doing? It's a fact that everyone's gonna call it iPhone XS and XS Plus, and I'm gonna have to correct them because it's not XS or XS Plus. Also, if you call it the iPhone XS and XS Max, then it sounds like you're saying iPhone Tennis and Tennis Max. Also, I keep getting Max and Plus confused. Why did you call it Max instead of Plus? I thought you were Apple, not Google. Like, Google released the Google Home Max, and you thought that was a cool name, so you were like, let's call the next iPhone, the big one, the iPhone XS Max. That'd be cool. So yeah, this is one of the reasons why I hate you, Apple. Anyway, those two names aside, they may be ridiculous and they may be stupid, but it's what's inside the phone and how the phone performs that matters, not the names. So let's move into some of the specs and features it has. So it comes in 2 different sizes. It comes in a 5.8-inch Super Retina OLED display, and then there's the XS Max, which comes in a 6.5-inch Super Retina display. Just for reference, the Galaxy Note 9 has a 6.4-inch display, and the XS Max has a 6.5-inch display, so it's bigger than the Galaxy Note 9. So I guess you can't say that the Note 9 has the best display on a smartphone because iPhone, it has an inch bigger, even though it has a notch. Like, come on. At least it doesn't have a chin and an unnecessary forehead. They also both have IP68 water resistance, so they can be submerged up to 2 meters for 30 minutes, so that's really cool. They both come with the A12 Bionic chip. They pack 4 GB of RAM. They have better speakers, better, faster Face ID. They have dual SIM, gigabit internet. They have some awesome cameras, and battery life on the XS lasts 30 minutes longer than on the iPhone X, and the battery life on the XS Max lasts an hour and a half longer than the iPhone X. It comes in 3 different colors. It comes in gold, space gray, and silver. It also comes in 3 storage configurations. It comes in 64, 256, and 512 gigabytes. Yes, 512 gigabytes on an iPhone. crazy insane. Nobody's going to use that, but the option is there if you want it. And the starting price for the XS is $1,000, just like the iPhone X, and the XS Max starts at $1,100. So it's a little bit more than what people predicted. Oh wait, but that's not it. It goes all the way up to $1,450 for the 512 gigabytes for the XS Max. So yeah, it is quite expensive. And the XS and the XS Max will be available for pre-order on Friday, September 14th. So that is this Friday, a couple days from now. And it will be shipped and available in stores on September 21st. So that is 1 week after the pre-orders start. So if you're interested in getting them, then yeah, they're there. Also, I'll be covering the iPhone XS and XS Max in its full dedicated video later on, probably tomorrow. Then we have probably the part that makes me hate Apple the most. The iPhone XR. Yeah, XR. Not 10C, not 9. XR. Everyone is going to call it iPhone XR. Every time I look at the letters X and R, it reminds me of XR from the Buzz Lightyear cartoon series that was on like Disney XD or whatever it used to be called. Yeah, I don't know why they called it iPhone XR. Everyone's going to call it XR, and it's gonna trigger people. XR, tenor. Apple, I'll give you a tenor if you change the names. A tenor extra. That's a bad joke. Anyway, moving on from the names again, it has some pretty good features actually. It comes with a 6.1-inch LCD liquid retina display. It doesn't have 3D touch, which Apple, what are you doing? But I mean, at least this isn't the flagship. At least there's 3D touch on the other two devices. That's good. But it comes with the A12 Bionic chip. It comes with Face ID. It also comes, of course, with gigabit internet and also the eSIM dual SIM thing. It has a rear 12 megapixel camera, basically kind of like the same as the iPhone 8, but a little bit better. And the battery life lasts an hour and a half longer than the iPhone 8 Plus. Yes, the iPhone 8 Plus. Not the 8, an hour and a half longer than the iPhone 8 Plus. It also comes in 6 amazing colors, which I am so mad about because I would love to get an iPhone XS in one of these colors. But anyway, it comes in 6 different colors. It comes in white, it comes in black, blue, yellow, coral, and product red. My favorite one out of the bunch is probably the blue or the coral. They both look really nice. Also, let's not forget the yellow and the red. They look amazing as well. And of course, so do the black and the white. I just wish Apple would have released more colors for the iPhone XS because now I kind of want to get the iPhone XR, but I'm not a massive fan of the LCD screen and like the no 3D touch thing. I like 3D touch. I use it every day, so that's going to be something that I kind of miss, and one reason why I wouldn't switch to the iPhone XR. Anyway, it also comes in 64, 128, and 256 gigabyte configurations, and the 64 gigabyte model will cost $750, and pre-orders will start on October 19th, and they will be available in stores, and they'll be delivered on October 26th. Yes, that is over a month away, but apparently it was delayed because of manufacturing issues with the screen. I'd better have a delayed phone with a good screen than a rushed phone with a bad screen. I don't know, maybe your thoughts are different. Let me know in the comment section below. A couple more things to note. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus are still for sale on Apple's website, and they have been reduced in price. So the iPhone 7 now starts at $450, and the 7 Plus starts at $570. And also the 8 and 8 Plus have been reduced in cost, and the 8 costs $600, and the 8 Plus costs $700. Also, one more thing. They didn't even mention AirPower at the event, so I guess it's safe to say AirPower is still Wear Power. And that is pretty much it for this video, guys. It was a really fun keynote, even though there was a lot of boring bits in it. If you want to catch the full keynote, I will link my reaction to the keynote in the description below. Unfortunately, we didn't see any iPads or Mac refreshes at this event. Hopefully, Apple will be holding another event in October or November where they will announce the new iPads, the new Macs, and maybe even the new modular iMac Pro, and of course the update to the Mac Mini and the budget MacBook Air and all that kind of stuff. And who knows, maybe Wear Power will become Here Power, and we'll be able to buy it finally in October or November. Or maybe it may never come, who knows. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, the other button seems to work as well. And of course, what was your favorite part of this event? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And also, if you're new around here and you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button down below, and also ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. You can get to my videos early and you won't miss an upload. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Benji. This has been Ben Obi Tech, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.